Welcome to Mitten Kitchen. Today we are making homemade sourdough sandwich bread grilled cheese with Swiss cheese and homemade roasted tomato soup. Join me in the kitchen today. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get our sandwich bread prepared the night before our grilled cheeses. Now this recipe is 2 loaves, so I'm gonna half it. So essentially I need 110 grams of starter. So we'll get that going. Got a little extra, you got a little extra, that's okay. I liked this recipe because it's pretty hands-off. You just use your KitchenAid. A lot of the other ones are like no need, but yeah, there's a lot of stretches. So I kind of weighed the pros and cons of what sounded the easiest. So there's that. Okay, so next up, we're gonna go ahead and add in about 50 grams of olive oil. Just use what I have, which is about 35 grams, that's fine. Okay, next up is 2 tablespoons, so actually 1 tablespoon of honey. So we go about 20 grams of honey. Okay. Next up is some salt, so about 8 grams. And next up is our water, which is about just less than 300 grams. That looks good. Let's go ahead and add this to our mixer so we can stir it in. I have my dough hook on. We'll give that a stir. And we're going to be adding a little over 500 grams of flour. Okay. Turn that back. 500 grams is what we're looking for. A little over, it's like 550 essentially. We'll add this in. I've never made sourdough sandwich bread before. I'm really excited. So I've been putting my sourdough overnight to rise. I think I'm gonna try that. It doesn't say that in the recipe, but some reason we have just been getting really nice product out of it when we do it in the fridge as well. And I have the time, so I'm thinking we do it. Okay, let's go ahead and get this mixed up. It says 10 minutes it's gonna take. Okay. So we're gonna mix this for 10 minutes. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Look at this already. It's just been maybe 2 minutes, 2.5, and it already looks really good. So I'm sure in 8 more minutes it's going to be even better. Might turn it up a little bit now. Okay, we're coming up in a minute. Gonna turn it off. We'll get this off the dough hook. And we will cover this up for the night. And in the morning, we will get it all nicely shaped into our pan. I think I'm gonna pop it in the fridge then. Now this is einkorn, so keep in mind that's probably why it's really sticky. So we'll see what it does overnight to make it a little less sticky. But this is normal. We always still make a delicious bread. So we'll get this cleaned up, covered up for the night, and we'll see it in the morning. Wow, look how much that has rose. So I'm actually gonna pop this in the fridge now, and then we can shape it later. That's my hope and goal. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, it's been in the fridge. Let's get this out on a floured surface. Sometimes I'll just dust it on top, so that way it falls already with flour on it. Put a little flour. This will be easy to shape because it's nice and cold. See how easy that came out? And then we'll just do that. I love this bowl scraper. Makes life real easy. Get some flour in my hands. We're gonna shape this. Look how easy that is to roll. So it's said to do like a square or rectangle and then roll it like a burrito. And there we have our dough. I think I'll roll it one more time. And there we go. So we have our little dough, our bread. It's all foldy dough. So let's try to. I wonder if I should make 2 loaves. This seems like a lot of bread. Not sure. I can't commit. We're just gonna bake this. This is perfect. Let's get this in a loaf pan. This is the size of my loaf pan. Is that too thick? What if I cut this in half? Seems like a lot of bread. There, that seems a little better. There, that seems good. So butter these, get them in the loaf pan, and then they're gonna do another rise for 2 to 4 hours. So we'll do this buttered pan. There's one. I'll plop it in. That seems nice. That seems perfect. I'll go with that again. Buttered. Plop it in. And we'll let it rise for 2 to 4 hours. So they have rose for about 2 hours. I think they look pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and get these in the oven. It says for 45 minutes, but because I did half them, I think I'm gonna check them at like a 25-minute mark. So into the oven they go for 375. In the time being, let's go ahead and get everything prepped for our tomato soup. So the tomato soup's fairly easy. It's gonna be roasting in the oven for 400 degrees. 400 degrees. These are tomatoes from my garden. I still have some coming in. Go ahead and add those on there. These are tomatoes that I got at Costco. So we're just gonna get these washed up and get them roasted as well. And you essentially just put everything on a baking sheet, get it roasted at 400 for like 45 minutes, blend it all up, add some vegetable broth, and you are cooking. You have tomato soup. So I just got these on the vine. I like that they came in a cardboard box versus plastic. If I had time, I would have gone to the farmer's market, but I didn't. So this is what I have from my garden. We'll drizzle this with some olive oil. We'll add in some salt and pepper. And it will be good. I'm excited. I think I might even add some white wine for some flavor. I don't have any cream, or I would have made this like a creamy soup, but I'm all out of cream today. Next, we're gonna cut up our onion. So it doesn't need to be perfect. Just take out the edges. Just take off the skin. Nestle it in there like that. You can't see, but I nestled it in there like that. Now, if I had garlic whole, I would have added this, but I just have this, so we're gonna add this in here. Get it all nice and coated. And we will add this after the bread is done baking. And there we are. Let's go ahead and get this with some oil, salt and pepper, and it is ready for the oven for roasting. Just a bit of sprinkle of salt. Just realized I actually might cut these in half, or at least like cut the skin a little bit, because they're just so big. They're huge. There, that way the roasted flavor can really seep in without having to heat it all the way up. Yeah, that feels good. There we go. A bit of pepper. A little bit of oil. And this is ready for the oven. So we'll add this into the oven when our bread is done. There we have it. Well, let me tell you, it smells heavenly. Heavenly in here. Oh, no way. Oh, wow. They rose really nicely. Okay, let's take the temperature. I'm not sure they're quite golden brown, but let's see where we're at. Nope, not quite there yet. Still doughy in the middle. So I'm going to keep these in for probably 10 more minutes, maybe 15. Let's do 12. But those are so cool. They look great. Look at these beautiful loaves of bread. Now I probably could have had it as one loaf, but it would have been really big. So remember, this was half the recipe. So I did put a little bit of butter on top, but let's go ahead and cut into it. I want to see what it looks like. The tomatoes are still roasting. Oh my goodness, look at that Einkorn beautiful sourdough sandwich bread. Oh my gosh. Guys, it smells so good. It smells so good. This is gonna be perfect for our grilled cheese sandwiches. So I'm just gonna cut some slices. Try to not break it. The Einkorn is definitely more crumbly than like whole, like a normal all-purpose flour. So that's okay. There's one slice down. I can't wait to make grilled cheeses. So we're gonna make it with Swiss cheese. The tomatoes smell so good already. I'm just gonna get my immersion blender out. Once they're ready, we'll put them in a pot. We'll add a little bit of the wine. We'll add in some of our broth. I have turkey broth that I canned. So there we go. Little grilled cheese sandwiches. Now I've seen some people who make like sandwich bread every week and they have this really cool knife that they use. I might have to invest in that if this is going to be like a normal weekly thing now. Like I kind of have my schedule of when I make things at home. This might be added to the list. Like bagels are on there. And you know, English muffins that are my favorite too. So, look at that. We'll have some sandwich bread. We'll have little grilled cheese sandwiches. Let's cut up some cheese for it. So let's go ahead and get our stock pot ready. I'm gonna add in a little bit of butter. Our vegetables are roasting still. I did put the oven on broil because I wanted to get them a little bit charred. We're gonna add in some wine. And I want to cook off that alcohol, but still have that beautiful flavor. I don't know, I added like a half cup maybe a fourth of a cup. I have some turkey broth that I canned up. So we'll go ahead and get that open. Smells so good. Smells like Thanksgiving. So we're gonna add that in. And this should be good for our vegetables. Okay, the vegetables are ready. They are broiled, they're roasted. They look heavenly. Look at this. They smell, I'm gonna need 2 pot holders. That is heavy. Wow. Look at this beauty. Okay, we're gonna dump this in. I wanna keep all that juice. Look at that. That looks so good. So we're just gonna plop everything in. Nice and roasted, toasted, delicious. I really wish I had some cream at this point to make it creamy, but that is okay. So I'll get this in here, then I'll use our spatula to get off all the yummy flavor bits. And then shortly after, we can get our grilled cheese made. And that is dinner. What a delicious homemade meal. You can't get over this. I love it. We got all of our goodies in here. I'm going to turn it down. And let's go ahead and get this blended up with my immersion blender. It smells heavenly. Literally heavenly. I do have a little bit of butter in the cast iron getting ready for our beautiful grilled cheeses. I love just taking this classic meal and turning it into something homemade and delicious. So, is it good? Nope, I think we got a little bit more. Okay, let's take a look-see. Oh, look at that. Beautiful color. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I am gonna add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. That was in one of the recipes I saw, so I figured why not give that a try. And let's go ahead and get our grilled cheese sandwiches cooked up. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting some butter on our bread, spreading that up, putting the cheese, and then I'll do the on top piece of bread. I did taste the tomato soup. It is so good. Campbell's has nothing on it. It's very good. It's very, very good. And the bread is like really staying together. Like I was a little nervous because einkorn can be a little bit more crumbly, but it's fine. No issue. So we got our cheese, a couple more slices we can add. And now we're gonna add our topping bread. We'll get these flipped. And then dinner is ready. I'm so proud of these. This was super fun. I hope you enjoyed this video because I loved it. Thought it was a blast. I've never done anything like this. And I know right now it's like we're entering into soup season, right? So what better way to celebrate soup season than by making homemade sourdough sandwich bread to go along with our beautiful soup. One thing that I really would like to make next year, and I'm still on the hunt for tomatoes in bulk and then we're just freezing them, is to actually can up tomato soup. So to have it shelf stable, I'm just really looking forward to doing something like that. So whether that's this year or next year, that's a goal of mine because I think having meals like that ready to go from the, you know, the shelf would be great. Okay, so this is our final product. We have our delicious roasted tomato soup. We have our einkorn, sourdough, sandwich bread, Swiss cheese, grilled cheese, and that was super fun. So this is a very nice cozy meal coming up in the fall/winter months. So I hope you enjoyed this. So there you have it. Here's our delicious meal. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time here in the kitchen on Mitten Kitchen. Bye everyone.